Hi Conker family, I love Conker magazine. Thank you for having me and inviting me. I'm very grateful. Hi everyone, my name is Khaya Job. I am a 22-year-old fellow magazine maker and creative from Nottingham. Yay. On my platform, Femme Fatale Gals, I talk a lot about race, empowerment, mental health struggles, things that might be quite taboo. I'm just all about having open conversations and doing a lot of self-reflection, quite similarly to CONKER. Black History Month, obviously, for a lot of black people. I am black myself. I'm Nigerian. Asked me today if I would talk about some people who have influenced me for Black History Month, and also to share some of my experience as a black woman in the UK. And during lockdown this year, when all the Black Lives Matter stuff was happening, I made quite a few videos about race and racism that I had experienced personally, and I think this is kind of what I want to get into today. It's been a tricky year for black people because we deal with racism on a day-to-day. It's systematic, it's everywhere for the majority of us anyway, at least for me. And our experiences are quite silent, they're overlooked within our communities. Obviously in our own communities we are all very aware of what's going on, but then the world doesn't really like to hear us talk about race, so until we have to shout about it and basically cry for help. So yeah, I was in the midst of making videos and being angry, and it was bringing up a lot of past traumas with racism and experiences. So today I don't really feel like talking about my experiences, and I think that's kind of what I want to talk about, is kind of boundaries with that. Now that there are so many conversations about Black Lives Matter and racism, there are platforms and people are using their, giving their voices to black people, black businesses, black creatives to be heard, but asking people to talk about their traumas and bring them up is then, and also a very weird transition to go into, from people never ever validating or hearing your experiences to then being asked to share all of your past racism traumas. So for me it's been a bit of a weird year to go from everyone listening, which is great, to the things I have to say, and I've had so many more business opportunities and all of that, and it's been super good, but the kind of transition of it has been strange, from going to never talking about my experiences or people never wanting to hear to suddenly everyone wanting to hear. So my message today, I guess, is more for fellow black and brown people. Remember, we have to set our boundaries, and you don't have to share your traumas and on demand. It's not your job to educate everyone. There are books, there are resources, there are films that people can watch. So yeah, I would really encourage black self-care and prioritising ourselves, learning to put ourselves first, positive affirmations, relishing in our beauty and our joy, creating our work and sharing our work with other creatives. There's so many pages that I've seen, supporting your fellow black and brown businesses, and yeah, boundaries. Say no when you don't want to, say yes when you do want to, and I think it's all about us taking charge of the narrative for our lives and not letting other people dictate when we can speak and when we can't, and what we can say and how we can say it and how we should feel, and we have to claim that power and own that narrative for ourselves. Black is beautiful, black is amazing, black is the colour of the earth, black is just blah. We are so beautiful. Who inspires me? Obviously I'm very inspired by people like Rosa Parks. She's probably one of my all-time idols. people who fought for things, obviously Martin Luther King, but definitely I'd have to say Rosa Parks is just, whenever I need some kind of strength, or just not even just to do with race, but when I think like, oh, I'm at work and I need to stand up for something that isn't right and I'm scared, I think there's not that many repercussions against me speaking out these days. Like, I can make these videos because of people like her, who back in the day when the stakes were way, way, way higher, she fought for people like me and us, and so I'm always so grateful for those legends and regular people who did the extraordinary. Inspire me. I obviously love Beyonce. I love everything that she's done with her life and career and how she worked her way up, and now she just gives back to black people. She just makes music for black people, obviously, like in her messages and stuff. I have so many. I'm just inspired by people my own age, to be honest, and people in their 20s and 30s, just seeing black people shine, whether that's creative. My family inspire me, my cousins, just black people shining, being beautiful encourages me to do the same. I would just like to say that we are beautiful, we are amazing, and I hope if this year of COVID and people finally listening to our experiences has taught us that we deserve the mic, we deserve to speak, that we can do things just as well as everyone else can. I've definitely felt invisible for most of my life in terms of creativity, and this year I've really tried hard to unpeel and unlayer all of those things that held me back for a long time and reclaim my voice. I always think like my ancestors gave me all of these gifts and they want me to do well and live my best life. I like to think of like the people that came before me, and so I try and honour that every day with the freedom that I have to sing, dance, to be full of joy, to smile, to express myself, to have tattoos, to do all the things that I like to do that maybe people before me and before me and before me didn't have. We learn from our ancestors and we learn from all the people that came before us, and we accept their struggle, and now we are free. I think that's the best gift that we can give to those who came before us, is to be free and be ourselves, and to live our best lives, and to claim our joy and do all the things that we want to do, because we have this freedom, and there's still a long way to go, of course, but being ourselves, I think, is the first thing. Loving ourselves, honouring ourselves, and recognising how beautiful, powerful we are is the best thing. Educate yourself about what's going on in Nigeria at the moment, and check in on your black friends and fam, I'd say, and try and listen before you get defensive. Learn about white privilege, I'll say it again and I'll say it forever. Check your white privilege and spread love and joy. Okay, bye.